Well, good afternoon. I want to take a moment to acknowledge Speaker Rivas. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, and I'll continue to say it. He is one of the best in the nation. We are so grateful that he is helping lead California, and I'm grateful to call him a partner and a friend. And thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for all your work. I want to acknowledge the governor who has had the backbone to be able to stand up against Donald Trump, one of the few. And accountability is coming, thanks to California. I also want to acknowledge the senators, the assembly members who have moved this historic legislation forward today. And we are here this afternoon because we're putting our faith in our fellow Californians to do the sacred duty to walk into the voting booth, sit at their kitchen table, and do their best to do the right thing. Cast their vote in one of the most consequential elections that we will have in our lifetime. And let's be honest, let's get through the rhetoric. We all know we wouldn't be here in this situation if it weren't for the nefarious actions of Republican leaders in Texas and their boss, Donald Trump. Actions of Republicans in Texas that have now been compounded by inaction from Republicans in California. Let's be crystal clear. All of this entire circus could have been avoided, nullifying nearly a century of election protocols. We know that this is just the start. Redistricting is the first step in Donald Trump's playbook. He said the quiet part out loud earlier this week. They're coming after mail-in voting to disenfranchise tens of millions of Americans. Next stop, the census. Our Republican colleagues, all this week here in California, Republican leaders have gone on TV, had press conferences, did live events on their social media, expressing outrage about the action that California is taking. But what they forgot to mention is how we got here. We got here because of Greg Abbott, Republican leaders in Texas, and their boss, Donald Trump. They started all of this. And sometimes in life, you have to stand for the greater good, even though you may lose your job as an elected leader. Sometimes you have to tell your boss no. You have to do something constructive, do everything in your power to ensure free and fair elections. And that's what Democrats did today here in California. And certainly you have to do more than vote against redistricting reforms the way Republicans have year after year after year. Their votes are public. They have voted against the vast majority of independent redistricting reforms advanced in this legislature over this past decade. You know, it is offensive to be able to see these sham lawsuits that Republican leaders in California are advancing. We called it the Scaramucci of the lawsuits in the last 48 hours. The Supreme Court rejected it. And it's offensive because their brethren are literally tracking elected leaders with state troopers, calling in the FBI, locking legislators in the chambers, and dragging a female legislator out of the bathroom just simply because she didn't have permission to go. Here is, I think, all of our concern. We've seen this story play out in history. The hypocrisy today may save them for today, but it won't save their hides tomorrow. Because the secret police and the Mar-a-Lago goons, they're going to find a way and a reason to come after them as well, just like they're doing Democratic mayors and leaders across this nation. All of us support independent redistricting here in California and every state in this union. One thing that we do not support is unilateral disarmament when the fairness of the 2026 election is being threatened. You know, other states may want to play games. California is the only state committed to fairness whose potential redistricting goes away the minute others drop theirs. I'm going to end it right here with this. Today was more than drawing lines on a map. It was about drawing a line in the sand. to stop Texas, to stop Donald Trump from rigging this election. And the stakes are so high for California. Millions are going to lose health care. Our families will lose health care. Fire assistance will continue to be leveraged for millions across this state. People are going to continue to be snatched up off the street. Public education funding is going to dry up, and the governor will talk about a recent Supreme Court ruling that's going to hurt this state for years to come. One of the main reasons I think I voted for today is because this package of bills, the person that's going to be impacted the most is going to be waiting for me tonight at our kitchen table to tell me about his first week of school. My son, 4.5, started TK this week. Today's vote, regardless of what Republicans may say, today's vote is not about politics. Today's vote is about protecting people. It's about protecting this state, protecting our progress and everything that we stand for. It's about protecting the future, ensuring fairness, and trusting the voters. And I want to take a moment to say thank you to Governor Gavin Newsom for his leadership, for his tenacity, for his backbone. Can we please give him a round of applause?